Best bushcraft stove, period. Check it out! Alright, so if you couldn't tell, this is a stainless steel 3-gallon tea dispenser. Lemonade, whatever you want to put in it. Anyway, I found this in the trash, or it was going in the trash, so I decided that I could make a nice little bush stove out of this. So what I did so far, I drilled, let me see if I could get this in focus here. I drilled these holes along the bottom so she can breathe. And then what I did, I drilled holes through the bottom on the inside. That would be so it's going to get plenty of airflow underneath of here. I'm going to come up and the fire is going to sit in here. What I'm going to do is cut this label piece into, that's going to be my door. And if you look these up new, they're only like 60 bucks, 60, 70 bucks. And if you look up a bushcraft stove that is heavy as heck, and you're spending anywhere from $100 to $400 on a stove. And it's heavy as heck, and half the time you can't even carry it with your gear. You gotta leave it somewhere or back in the car, carry your gear, and then go back for your stove. This, my idea is you could strap this right to the bottom of your pack. I haven't weighed everything yet with what the venting and everything's going to be on there yet, but it's still going to be a lot lighter than any bushcraft stove that's out there on the market right now. I've never seen anything like what I'm about to do out there, so this is my poor man's patent, okay? I did this, alrighty? But hey, feel free to make one. That's what it's here for. That's why I want to share this idea, because this is gonna be a good one. So let's get into it, huh? This one did not have a top, but I found a pot that's pretty freaking close. It's kind of bent up, dinged around the edges, and you have to bang around it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off, and then I'm going to add what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off, and then give it some room, and I'm going to put that on there like so. So that's where my smoke and everything is going to vent out. And then this is going to get hot. I can even cook up here. I'm also going to put a little grill grate in here. It fits perfectly. I lucked out and got it out of a different camp kit. I believe this is like 10 inches, something like that, but that just fits in there just perfect. Let's go cut this door out. Always wear the proper eye protection so you don't lose your eyeballs and you don't lose your eyeballs and stuff. Once you get it cut out, you're going to make sure you want to touch up some of these edges, because it's going to have some sharp, rough edges. When you're drilling out the holes, I recommend putting it in a box if you don't have a shop or anything. Like me right now, I don't have a shop, no shed, nothing like that. Those sorts. Oh, got a little metal in there. But it's easy to drill it inside, and then all the shavings fall right into a box. So that helped out a lot. But we got our door cut out. It'll be perfect. And nice snug fit. Pop this top off. And we got this thing. It's not the prettiest under there because I'm sure it's got super hot before. Well, that plastic, yep, you can see it on there. Plastic is melted to this. Well, that's why you got to take it off. And when you're buying a new one, yeah, it has the lid, so that'll be just fine. But what I want to do, I'll take this and install this here. I probably should put it right over the center to block all that. It'd be nice to put it back here and be able to cook up here. I think that would look pretty freaking sweet. I could take a piece of tin I got here and block those holes, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I really want this to be back here so I can cook up here as well. So, yeah. That's what I'm going to do. Grab the old Sharpie. Stencil around. Like so. Take a pair of tin snips. And what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to cut down the center. And I'm going to make some flaps. So when I put this in here, or actually I'm going to fold the flaps up, and then all the smoke's going to come up into here. These are just a pair of tin snips. Might actually be easier with the grinder. I think that's what I'm going to go do real quick. Grinder that bad boy. Alright, so I cut it like pizza slice style. See it? Yeah, pizza slice style. And what you're going to want to do, get yourself some channel locks. Bend these upward in somewhat of a straight fashion, so you don't have too much trouble putting the down. Bending her up something like that. Well, it's going to sit on there pretty nice. It's going to have a few little spots at the bottom where little smoke's going to come through there. But unless I wrap it, I can probably wrap it with a different piece of tin in here just to stop that actually. Yeah, I'll put another piece of tin on the inside to cover these two, and just long enough so that the smoke will just go straight out there. That'll work. Little pieces. I got this toaster oven, and I thought I was going to have to fabricate the top for here, so I completely destroyed the toaster oven before I found that. So that's a plus. So I'm out of toaster oven, but whatever. But I want to take this little piece here. I'm going to cut this up too, so I can set it in here to help protect the bottom a little bit. But it is stainless steel. It ain't going to burn through that. Not at what temperatures it's going to be at anyway. If you can find these self-tappers, they work great for the stainless steel. They're 1/4 inches, just a regular Phillips head. And they work great for this. Instead of having to pre-drill everything, it's fantastic. Alright, so I got her screwed down on every other fin inside of there. It's easier to see this way. A little bit. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to measure this piece out. Not measure it out, but scribe it out. Alright, got a somewhat decent circle. I'm going to go cut that out. And that's going to sit down in there to help keep the make this the life of this longer. I mean, it should last a long time anyway because it's stainless steel, but this is to help keep it off that just a little bit. And this is going to take most of the beating. Not too bad in there. Alright, with that done, I think I'm going to work on the door. Let's get the door going, huh? These are the hinges we're going to work with. Not going to use the screws obviously, but they're just some 1.5 inch little lightweight screws. That'll probably work perfect for this. Alright, these hinges are installed on the door. You are going to want to pre-drill these ones. I was trying to push, and all it really does with the self-tapper is bend it up a bit. So you're probably going to want to pre-drill these. And then you're going to want to take it out to the grinder and hack those off. This is going to be my lock for the door. And then I'm also going to put that lock across there, and I'm also going to put this on here as a handle. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do there. Iron Man. And it is going to have this little hole at the bottom. I don't know if I want to cover it or not. So that way maybe I could just peek through and check, or maybe I'll put a little trap door there so I can take a peek in there. Check it out. The door's coming along quite nicely. Nice little handle. Not too shabby. Still got to cut those off, but it's coming along. You go through quite a few bits going through this stuff though. If you took the top off and you were to, you can even throw, have a fire up here, sit around it like so, keep the old digits warm if you're not cooking. I mean, and then you could still have your stove this way too, doing it the traditional. I mean, it's going to be multi-purpose, so that's freaking sweet, you know. So you'll be able to flip it upside down if you take the top vent piece off. And you could even have a little fire down there next to the ground, a little fire up here. Have it cooking that way. If you need to reach down into something, or maybe you have a kettle you can set in there. The possibilities are going to be endless. It's going to be sweet because I got this ready to rock. We're going to be able to cook up top. I took the grinder to that old plastic that was melted on there, and I put this piece in there to help lock those holes. So now I'm gonna put these brackets. Where are they? I got these little L brackets. Got these little brackets here. These little brackets I'm going to use along the sides inside. So if you want to cook inside, you can use the grate. There's not going to be much room, but I'm just going to put it in there just in case the need be to bake something or what have you. How much of a tight fit this is. The drill barely fits in there. Oops. Now I might be able to got our brackets in there. can see them right there. Got 4 of them going. Got to cut these off. And then now that that's installed, I can do the top. Get the top worked out. And get that front door on there. I'm going to go grind that off and throw on this door. Woo! We're moving along. Making quite the mess though. Alright, ain't that pretty? Sits in there nice and even. What do you guys think so far? You getting excited? Because I am like super stoked. Woo! So excited. Can't wait to burn stuff in here. It's super neat. Super cracked out. Tell me where you're at. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, door is mounted. Got her on. This locking system probably would have been better with like a latch system, because when I do that and push it in, it kind of pushes it over a bit. And I got a little bit of a gap down here. But it does hold it in. So that's okay, I suppose. And yeah, not bad. That's freaking sweet. This guy sits in there nice. You don't have a lot of grab room up here, but that's freaking cool. Doesn't grab that very well, but it holds. That's freaking awesome. And the cool thing is, everything's going to fit inside here. If I can keep this. I got these pipes are rated from 0 to 90 degrees. You're going to probably want, if you're going in a tent, with a canvas tent or whatever, you're gonna probably want the double-walled vents. But I got these ones that rotate and turn completely 90, so I can finagle out of any crevice or anything in a bushcraft fort that I want to. And this one's kind of stiff, but I can probably put it in there as 90 anyway. Exactly. Boom. Everything fits in there. Isn't that freaking sweet? Not too much rattle. Everything in there. Now the big question. I wonder how much it weighs. Exactly at 0. Let's put her on. I can't tell. Like that. I can't find my fish scale. Hang on. I need to put this down. I don't know if it's going to tell me if I cover. That ain't much. That don't tell me no justice. Roughly about 10 pounds is what I'm getting. It's about 10 pounds. I don't know how I could do this. I'll show you guys at the same time. I'm not putting no pressure up top. It's leaning against my knee. It's sitting on there. And we are getting about 10 pounds. So 10 pounds is not bad at all compared to like the 45 to 100 pound stoves that are out there. It's Definitely doesn't. I mean, you could put the fire strip around the door and get super fancy, and it'd be top notch for sure. Absolutely beautiful. I think it looks like a great little stove. We're gonna take her outside and fire her up. Just for this reason alone. Just for that reason alone, right there, makes this friggin' stove sweet. And at 9 pounds, it ain't adding too much. Let's set it up, fire it up. See what she looks like. Great 3400 Scout backpack. Windy, cold, like 5 degrees. Out here. I'm not gonna put too many sections of pipe on, because it's so windy. It still does need a top cap, but what I'm gonna do, fire her up with some paper, throw some sticks in there. The only downside is you can't put really big logs, but you can put decent size in there. That's freaking sweet. It's awesome. There she is, nice and toasty up here. So I could definitely cook on top of that. Wonder how she reacts if we shut the door. I'm gonna put you guys down before you fall in the snow again. Shut that door once. I guess that's one day. Hard to shut the door with it being on that ice. Seems to be getting enough air. For the most part, most of the smoke is going out the top. Most of the smoke is going out the top. Seems to be staying lit nice and good in there. Hard to see. You see she's staying nice. So that's awesome. It's getting plenty of good ventilation through that bottom. I think this is going to be a great little stove. Alright, well, it's been some time and I've been able to test my stove here and there. Bushcraft meetup and locally, backyard, that good stuff. Well, anyway, since then I've made a few mods for it. This is like the fire tape, the fire glue that you get that comes with the kit to put your fire rope on here. Oh, you can see it. It's like the 1/4 inch. We're not quarter. We're at 3/4 inch rope, like the flat tape. It's not like the actual thickness. It's like the flat 3/4 inch rope, and that works absolutely amazing. I was getting some smoke through here when I shut the door. I had gaps, as you can see. I had little gaps because when I cut it out, the grinder, the width of the grinder wheel, I had the gap there. So that did its job, and I got the rope at a local hardware store. If you go to their stove sections or anything like that, and yeah, and it was cheaper there. I think I paid like 12 bucks for the glue and the rope. And like online it was like 22 bucks off Amazon is what I found for that specific good for that specific rope. But yeah, well, I think she's pretty good. I made some adjustments since then, tinkering with it. I had to flip this around and put some bolts on there. Let me get her into focus there. And I flipped the latch itself around because it's on a curve. If I would have just put a simple locking latch, it probably would have been a little easier than this, but otherwise it is a great stove. I love this stove. Alright, back inside because it's freezing. The dog's gonna knock you guys over. No, he's ninja skills. All in all, that is freaking awesome. Absolutely freaking awesome. It mounts to the backpack. It's 9 freaking pounds. Absolutely freaking amazing. That's awesome. That is so freaking awesome. And all in all, I'm only $18.73 into that, only because I found the 3-gallon tea dispenser or lemonade, whatever you want to put in it. But you can look them up, and they're like 60 bucks, something like that, I believe. That is awesome. And if you want, I mean, it takes a little bit of elbow grease and quite a few drill bits, because they dull pretty quick on that stainless. But man, that is awesome. I can't believe that. That's sweet that it mounts to the backpack. Only 9 pounds, and it's gonna keep you friggin' warm. It's awesome. I can't wait to play with that this winter. It's gonna be sweet. Anyway, there you guys go. That's a sweet little ultralight freaking bushcraft stove that you can take with you pretty much anywhere. You know, give or take some different vent types. It's still a work in progress, but all in all, that is freaking awesome, and I can't wait. So there you guys go. It's awesome. Remember, make every day great, exploring Earth and building some stuff. Woo!